My beloved child, before you scroll away, pause for just a moment, because what you're about to hear isn't here by accident. Somewhere, beyond everything you can currently see, there is a connection that has been quietly growing stronger with every passing day. Your soulmate has been carrying words in their heart that they wish they could speak to you right now. If they could reach you in this exact moment, they would simply say, "I want to talk to you, it's very urgent." Not because they want to bring fear into your life, but because there are emotions they've hidden for far too long. They've replayed conversations with you inside their mind countless times, wondering how you would respond, wondering if this is finally the right time. Strange signs you've been noticing lately, unexpected thoughts, familiar songs appearing at unusual moments, and memories that arrive without warning may not be random at all. They could be quiet reminders that something important is drawing closer than you realize. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and before this message ends, you'll understand why your heart has been feeling different lately. There is something your soulmate has finally understood, and once they tell you, the direction of both your lives may never feel the same again. They've realized that no amount of distance, silence, or timing has been able to erase what they truly feel. While everyone else sees an ordinary day, they are carrying an extraordinary conversation inside them, one they wish they could have with you immediately. They've imagined saying, "I've been waiting for the right moment, but I can't stay silent anymore." The surprising part is that you may have sensed this without realizing it. Have you ever felt as if someone was thinking about you for no obvious reason? Or caught yourself smiling after remembering someone unexpectedly? Sometimes the deepest connections don't announce themselves with loud signs. They whisper first, giving only those who pay attention the chance to notice. Stay till the end, because the final piece of this message explains why this urgency has appeared now instead of weeks or months ago. The reason feels urgent because your soulmate believes a new chapter is approaching, and they don't want another opportunity to pass by unspoken. They are hoping that when the moment finally arrives, you'll recognize the honesty behind their words instead of the silence that came before them. They don't want perfection. They simply want the chance to tell you everything they've been holding inside, without masks, without pretending, and without leaving another question unanswered. The next conversation between your hearts may begin in the most unexpected way, through a simple message, an unexpected meeting, or a moment that feels impossible to ignore. When it happens, you'll remember these words and understand why this feeling wouldn't leave your mind today. Until then, keep your heart open, because sometimes the most life-changing conversations begin with just one sentence. "I need to talk to you right now." There is one detail your soulmate has never been able to ignore, and this is where everything becomes even more unexpected. Every time they tried to move forward without expressing what was inside their heart, something always brought your memory back. A familiar name, an unexpected place, a quiet moment before sleeping. Somehow, your presence kept returning. They finally realized this wasn't a coincidence. It felt like their heart was refusing to let the story end before the truth was spoken. What makes this so powerful is that they no longer want to hide behind perfect timing. They know that waiting forever only creates more silence. That's why their heart keeps repeating the same message. I need to talk to you now. Don't skip, because the next part of this message reveals why this moment feels completely different from every moment that came before. The answer may surprise you more than you expect. Your soulmate has been imagining one conversation over and over again. Not a long conversation filled with complicated words, but one honest moment where nothing needs to be hidden anymore. They have questions only you can answer, and they believe you may have questions only they can answer as well. It's almost as if two stories have been traveling separately, preparing for the exact point where they finally meet. The remarkable part is that this connection seems stronger now than it has ever been before. If this message has touched your heart in any way, share this video with someone who believes meaningful connections happen for a reason, and subscribe so you don't miss the next message, because what comes next builds directly on what you're hearing today. Stay till the end, because the final revelation is the one your soulmate wishes you would understand before your paths cross again. Your soulmate doesn't want you to remember them for silence. They want you to remember them for honesty. Deep inside, they believe that one genuine conversation can change what months of uncertainty never could. When that moment finally arrives, you may realize that every unanswered question, every unexpected reminder, and every quiet feeling was leading toward this single opportunity. They hope you'll recognize their voice not because it's loud, but because it feels familiar to your heart. And here's the incredible part, this message isn't ending with a goodbye. It's ending with an invitation to stay ready, because the conversation they've been longing for may begin much sooner than either of you expected. The next chapter hasn't started yet, but it feels closer than ever before. A moment is getting closer that your soulmate has replayed in their mind more times than you could ever imagine. They keep wondering what your first reaction will be when everything they've been holding back is finally spoken. The surprising truth is that they aren't searching for perfect words anymore, they're searching for the courage to be completely honest. In their heart, one sentence keeps echoing louder than all the others: I can't keep this inside any longer. That feeling has only grown stronger with time, not weaker. And if you felt an unexplainable sense that something meaningful is approaching, that feeling may be why this message found you today. Don't skip, because the final thought in this message brings together everything you've heard so far in a way you may not expect. Your soulmate believes that some conversations don't happen because people force them, they happen because the right moment finally arrives. They've imagined seeing your reaction, hearing your voice, and watching uncertainty turn into understanding. They hope that when that day comes, you'll realize their silence was never a lack of care. It was simply the result of waiting for the right time to speak with complete honesty. Every delay has made them value that future conversation even more. And here's what makes this so unexpected: they no longer want to leave important feelings unspoken. They want clarity instead of confusion, truth instead of guessing, and a real beginning instead of endless what-ifs. Stay till the end, because one final realization could completely change the way you look at this connection. The message your soulmate wishes could reach you today is beautifully simple: when we finally talk, I don't want the past to speak louder than the future. They believe that some meetings arrive exactly when both hearts are finally ready to understand each other in a deeper way. That's why they haven't stopped hoping, even when life became busy and unpredictable. They still believe one honest conversation can open a brand new chapter neither of you expected. So keep your heart open to meaningful moments, because the next unexpected message, meeting, or conversation could feel strangely familiar. As though it had been quietly finding its way to you all along. And when that moment finally arrives, you'll understand why this message felt so important today. The most unexpected part of this journey isn't what your soulmate wants to say, it's what they believe will happen after those words are finally spoken. They've imagined this moment so many times that it no longer feels like a distant dream. In their heart, it already feels real. They believe that one sincere conversation has the power to replace months of unanswered questions with a sense of peace neither of you has experienced before. That's why this message carries such urgency. Not because time is running out, but because they don't want another meaningful opportunity to pass in silence. Don't skip, because the ending of this message may stay with you long after the video is over. And if these messages have spoken to your heart throughout this journey, share this video with someone who believes meaningful connections can change a life, and subscribe so you don't miss the next message waiting for you. Your soulmate hopes that when your paths finally cross again, neither of you will have to wonder, what if we had spoken sooner? They dream of a moment where every smile is genuine, every word is honest, and every feeling is finally free to be expressed. They don't expect perfection. They simply hope for understanding. The incredible part is that some of the strongest connections aren't built in a single day. They're built through patience, growth, and the courage to speak when the moment finally arrives. Stay till the end, because one final truth ties every part of this message together in a way that's impossible to ignore. So here's the message your soulmate wishes could reach your heart today: when I finally speak to you, I want my words to bring hope, not confusion, peace, not uncertainty, and a future that feels brighter than the past we left behind. Sometimes the most unforgettable conversations begin with the simplest words, and sometimes they arrive when they're needed most. If this message found you today, let it remind you to stay open to meaningful moments, unexpected conversations, and the possibility that life can surprise you in beautiful ways. This isn't the end of the story, It feels like the beginning of a brand new chapter, one that may unfold when you least expect it, but at exactly the right time.